Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So after losing 100 pounds, and that sounds so weird to say because I'm so used to telling you guys my 70-pound weight loss journey, 70 pounds this and that. So you guys know that it took me about a year to lose 70 pounds, but now I'm definitely closer to 100 pounds, and don't worry, there will be a video coming out about that very soon. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you can see my updated weight loss story video. This video, I am going to talk about the things that I did and the top 5 things that I did to start to lose weight. I think that's one of the biggest questions that I get is, how did you get started? What did you do? So I do have a video about that, by the way. It's super old, it's really bad. Please don't go back and look at it, it's bad, okay? So one of the first things that I started to do is schedule my workouts. Oh my gosh, this is so major, guys. This is something that I still do to this day, is schedule my workouts. And I don't mean say, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna, go run or whatever. No, like I legitimately take my phone, put it on my calendar like a meeting, okay? And I schedule my workouts. And I did that in the beginning and it worked for me so well. Another way that I would schedule them out is I like to write, like physically write stuff. So I would get a little sticky note and I would write out whatever my workout was gonna be, and I would stick it on the back of my phone. And then I would just kind of have that for the day. So even if it was on my calendar digitally, I would still sit down and write it out. And there's something about that mind to body connection when you write something out. So I would write it out for the day, for that specific day, and I would have it on the back of my phone. So every time I picked up my phone, I would feel that sticky note. It's like a sensory thing, I swear. I would feel that sticky note and I would look at it and it'd be staring back at me with my schedule for the day. So schedule your workouts. Another really big thing that I would do is carry around a bottle of water everywhere I went. And I'm not talking about a bottle, I mean a jug, I mean a gallon. Look, I'm gonna put the picture up here so you guys can see what kind of water bottle I used to carry around. But I carried around that huge gallon water bottle everywhere, okay? Because for me, I was new into fitness and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, and I kept hearing that I should drink water, drink a lot of water, and I just could not do it for whatever reason. So when I started carrying this bottle around, it's like, if you want that thing to be less heavy when you're carrying it around, then you're gonna drink the water. And so that's what I did. I was working in an office at the time, and I would bring that thing with me every single day. I'd be in the elevator, me and my bottle, my big gallon bottle of water. But it really worked for me, and now I still apply those same principles, but I don't have to take it to that extreme anymore since I'm used to it. So now, instead of me carrying around the big gallon bottle of water, I have my 32-ounce bottle that you guys see me with on Snapchat and all that kind of stuff, and I'll carry that around and drink about 5 of those a day, which is the equivalent of the big gallon that I used to carry around. I would say something that really worked well for me, though I'm not sure I would exactly suggest it, is to focus on one thing. So for me, that one thing was running. I decided that I was gonna, train for this race. If you guys have seen my weight loss story video, I will leave the link right up here and also in the description box. But when I decided that I was gonna do that, I focused on that. That was the goal, was to complete that race. And that was what kind of got me started, is that I had this one thing to focus on, which was getting to this race, being able to run the thing all the way through without stopping. And I had 2 months to get myself together, okay, like 2.5. And that's what I focused on. I knew that, I had it scheduled in my calendar, running, whatever, run this far, or whatever I was doing at the time. And that's how I kept myself in line, was knowing that I had this one goal and this one thing that I was focused on. So the reason why I don't think that I would really necessarily suggest that now is because it's very important to have weight training incorporated. And luckily, a couple months from that point, I did start to take body pump, and I started to learn more about weight training and incorporating weight training. And good thing I did, because having now lost 100 pounds, I do still have loose skin. I mean, because there's really just no way to completely avoid it, but I definitely decreased the amount of loose skin that I have and just built some muscle. Number 4, meal prep. Meal prep, meal prep, meal prep. Oh my gosh, I struggled so much in the beginning with nutrition and just what I should eat, and I was eating out a lot. And the only thing that worked was meal prep. It's like once I finally started to get the hang of it, it was to the point where I couldn't really do without it. I wanted to have my meal prep. Guys, meal prepping is so important because it helps you to have structure. And structure is so important whenever you are trying to set this goal to lose weight and you're trying to learn a new lifestyle. I think it's very important to have structure. You guys can see from my previous tips, right? You know, the making sure that you carry the water bottle and, you know, having your things on your calendar. Those are all things that create structure. So same thing goes with meal prep. Meal prep creates structure. It helps you to already know what you're going to have in advance. So it definitely stops you from, you know, pulling over to get McDonald's or whatever else, because you know that you have your meal prep, it's ready, you don't have to cook anything. I think that's the biggest, you know, how you can really fall off is thinking, oh, I have to go home and cook, and you're driving and you had a long day or whatever. It's really beneficial to say, oh, my meal prep is at home. I don't need to even stop and be bothered with a drive-through or anything like that because I already have my food prepared. So my last and final tip is going to be patient with yourself. You do not have to know every single thing from the beginning. I don't know what I would have done if I was, you know, right at first bombarded with learning macros and calories and portion size and this exercise and that exercise and CrossFit and, you know, all of these things that you guys see me do now and you see on my Instagram page or you see here on YouTube. Those are not things that I was doing necessarily in the beginning. I started out focused on one thing with a goal in mind, and I slowly started to incorporate all these other things and slowly started to learn other things. So don't look at all these people who are online and maybe you see fitness pages and you're thinking, wow, they're doing, you know, so many different things to stay healthy. Well, that's really just to mix it up, and that's because I've learned so many things now as a trainer. But that is not necessarily how I started, and this video is how to get started. So if you are just getting started, be encouraged and know that you don't have to know every single thing right at the beginning. It takes time, it is a lifestyle, and you have to get used to it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below, and let me know if you're getting started right now or maybe in a couple weeks in the new year, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.